not very often President Trump has, and he's dealing with this shutdown stuff as well, presumably, has a world leader come visit the Oval Office without the press being brought into the room. We kind of just assume that's going to be the case. It's not today, as he has the president of Syria, the guy who had a $10 million price on his head here in the United States, said to be a terrorist until recently. Now he's apparently an ally. Described as once unthinkable in the tip sheets this morning. Michelle Jamrisko covers the White House for us and national security. It's great to see you. Is this an ally of the United States, and what are they talking about?
Well, ally is certainly a stretch, I think, in military jargon as well. But yeah, the optics would be strange if we were to if it were to open up to see President Trump next to President al-Sharaa, because indeed the timeline has been quick. I mean, just last week it was the designated terrorist blacklist designation was lifted by the State Department. That also followed UN Security Council at the U.S.'s urging, taking off some sanctions. Now, al-Sharaa still has an uphill battle, and the U.S. does, the White House does, in getting Congress to erase some of the comprehensive sanctions that have been in place on Syria. But yes, this is a remarkable turn of events, and it all kind of speaks to the president's effort, of course, and in the Middle East and in a lot of these conflict situations to try to be the peacemaker and to bring some sort of deal to the situation. So
is the idea to have another long-term ally in the region if things work out here, or is this more transactional?
There are things to be had on both sides. So we reported this morning, we had a U.S. official confirm earlier reporting by the Wall Street Journal that Syria will be signing on to a U.S.-led coalition to defeat Islamic State terrorists. But, again, this is a guy, al-Sharaa, who used to lead an affiliate of al-Qaeda.
Right.
So this is someone that, it's kind of a big move, to say the least, to enlist this leader to kind of come to the aid of the U.S. in counterterrorism efforts. So there's that to be had. There's also, what Trump likes to talk about, and one of his signature diplomatic achievements in the first term was the Abraham Accords, or he likes to call them the Abraham Accords. But he has been, of course, Trump has been pressuring Syria and others in the region to sign on to that pact, which, of course, would normalize relations with Israel. So that's another big item on the U.S.'s side. And meanwhile, Syria has to like that, al-Sharaa just only came to power, less than a year ago. Right. He's now earning reprieve from sanctions and from terrorist designations that he didn't have previously. So kind of dovetails with what he was addressing the United Nations about a couple months ago, in terms of trying to get Damascus to be seen as not an exporter of crisis, as he said, but an opportunity for peace in the country and in the region. So we'll see where this goes from here. But certainly a remarkable and stunning turnaround to have him at the White House today. It's
amazing what the president has said about him. This is after they first met in May. President Trump, tough guy. This is a quote, very strong past, fighter.
Right.
What do you make of the decision not to let reporters in the room?
Well,
what would we see if we were in there?
I'll say this is one of those occasions where we shouldn't be surprised either way.
No?
This morning, up until this meeting started, which the White House said it did in the last hour.
It was close to press.
It was close to press, but we didn't know. Maybe at any moment, Trump could decide, let's have the reporters in here. But certainly, you can understand why it wouldn't be open to press, or understand the reasoning behind that. And from the White House's side, it's still very sensitive optics, given all what we just discussed. So, we'll have to see what comes about from this, but it certainly kind of plays into the White House's broader strategy.